Jealousy, envy, bad intentions, and especially envy is the most dangerous form of energy which any human mind can encounter with. You know, you can deal with lot of energies, lot of hurdles, problems, but envy is the most dangerous form of energy. And this is the reason why Swami Vijnanananda had taught leaders not to take revenge of each other. Okay, you can do political things, take decisions, blah blah blah, but revenge is very dangerous. If the Shiv Sena is taking the revenge of BJP or BJP, vice versa, they both are losers in the long term. Not only that, the next generations, and that's the worst part. And that is why Swamiji used to do yajna, so come, to bring the everybody together, you know, to pray for the better things, to nullify the effects of envy, to pacify their minds, to give the peace of mind and focus. So my suggestion to political leaders and karyakartas, especially medias, the medias also should not show that, oh, I will take the revenge of Sanjay Raut, or Sanjay Raut says, I will take do and this and that. That's not the language, that's not the feeling, that's not the intention. Because when you're doing it, someday that envy, that revenge, the cycle of revenge starts, and that's the worst thing. Okay, so when I'm the right authority, I'm the only person in Maharashtra who has authority, spiritually speaking, legally speaking, scientifically speaking, to take the revenge of people who destroyed my home and everything. And still I'm not taking the revenge, because I know what's going to happen with them, and I do not want to be the part and cause of that, because I know what's going to happen, because that knowledge I have got. So I enjoy the criticism, allegations, and fun and all these things. Okay, that's okay. But I never use that language or intention or revenge. You know why? Because I know what's going to happen with these leaders. But that's not my problem. My problem is that if the leaders are entrapped or entangled in the wave of, envy and revenge and, that kind of cycle, ultimately their children, and ultimately and finally, by the way, we society will be the losers. So we all people, all Marathi people, all people, I'm reminding you, you can criticize, you can take objection to leaders' decision or their actions, but don't do jealousy, envy, because ultimately it is going to harm you and your children. Okay, that's the limitation of democracy. That's the limitation of how to deal with the envied mind. And you know, if a leader is doing mistake or anything, don't give moral judgment. Don't label him as a culprit or criminal or blah blah blah. Okay, of course, so you can do that, but then you got to go to the court, which I did. I went to the court. I went to the CBI, Supreme Court. Now, you know what? I had so many offers and opportunity to take the revenge of leaders. Even today, this is 6th October 2025. I can take the revenge of any political party and leader in Maharashtra, but I'm not doing it. Why? Because I have that great knowledge. Because I know what's going to happen with them, their children, and ultimately the society. That's the point. Okay, and that's the reason I tried to save Rahul Gandhi's life. That's the reason I caution and warn Sonia Gandhi. Now it's their point of view that they took it in a wrong way, and they destroyed my home. But ultimately, what happened? 20 years gone, and see where we are. There is a threat to Rahul Gandhi's life, and guess who is the loser? We all. We are going to suffer. So it's not about Rahul Gandhi. It's not about any leader. I'm just giving an example. My point is that don't go. Even I'm telling you, BJP and everybody, don't get trapped into the revenge cycle, because it ultimately catch your next generation. And please do not do any injustice to next generation. Please, I had always been stand by the next generation, because they are the most vulnerable community, and we should protect them, our children, our next generation. We should empower their mind. Okay, the people, leaders, power come and go, but the nation stays, our culture stays, right? And that's my point. Thank you very much.